Voting season is almost here, and I urge everyone to get out there and make your voice heard. Every vote counts, and you can make the difference. And remember, it doesn't matter who you vote for, as long as you vote. Wait, what the fuck? If you're over the age of 18 and are around people who are politically active, there's a good chance that you've heard someone say, "It doesn't matter who you vote for, as long as you vote." It doesn't matter who you vote for, as long as you vote? What the hell is the message behind that nonsense statement? Are you suggesting that anyone, even if they don't know jack shit about politics, even if they're a sadistic, racist psychopath who wants to watch the world burn, should go out and vote? Just for the fuck of it. Because you said it was a good idea to? Well, that's fucking ridiculous. You would think that if someone was passionate about a candidate they supported and wanted to be elected president, they wouldn't be encouraging others to vote for whoever they wanted, especially seeing as there's a chance that they might vote for a candidate that isn't the one that you want to win. You are encouraging people to hurt your candidate's chances of winning. And I hear it all the time from people on the left and right. People who are huge Bernie Sanders supporters will say, "It doesn't matter who you vote for, just vote." Okay, I'll vote for Donald Trump then. Thanks for the motivation. Oh, wait, don't do that. Donald Trump would be a horrible president. What? Well then why the fuck did you just tell me it didn't matter who I vote for as long as I voted? If you want Bernie Sanders to win, you should be telling people to vote for Bernie Sanders. Not just anyone, you buffoon. That's not how you help a presidential campaign. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Voting is our most important right and you have to exercise your rights. I get where you're coming from. Before we continue, let me explain myself. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I don't have a dog in this race, and I'm not fucking voting. Well, I take that back. I'll vote for whoever gives me $50 on Patreon wants me to. But don't get pissy and think this video is for or against your favorite candidate. I'm speaking as a frustrated observer. I don't care who you vote for. And why don't I care? Because your vote doesn't count. Because as you cleverly stated, it doesn't matter who you vote for. Period. It doesn't matter if a majority of people vote for a candidate because the elections are fucking rigged. There, I said it. Disclaimer, this next statement will make me sound like a conspiracy nut, but I urge you to keep listening. Your vote doesn't mean shit unless you're voting for a candidate that the government and big corporations want in office. People in power get to decide who wins elections. Money decides who gets to be in power. There's a system in place, a tangled web of politicians in power who have massive sway over which candidate they want to get nominated. It's their duty to protect their favorite party leader from having to run against third-party candidates. And they will do everything they can to keep the election in their favor. Even if a candidate gets the majority of the popular vote, that being American citizens like you or I, they can still lose the election if they don't have the vote of the Electoral College, that being elected political officials. So even if a majority of Americans vote for a presidential candidate, that candidate could still lose. Fucking brilliant. Essentially, the nominated president comes down to the hope that the Electoral College votes for the candidate that the citizens of the state they represent voted for. Better cross your fingers and pray there isn't corruption in the election process. Listen, the voting process is very complicated, and I'm just an average dumb citizen, so I don't want to make this into a huge conspiracy video about the Illuminati pulling all the strings. But one thing seems obvious. There is an established system of politicians in place who want their system to remain in place. And in order for that to happen, they have to elect a president who will play ball. One who will protect their interests, not yours. So if your candidate has plans for big changes in the government that would damage the established system, if your favorite candidate isn't willing to play ball, then you can bet they won't get the support of their party. Efforts will be made to counteract the popular vote trying to get them elected. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it all. Maybe I'm just too ignorant to understand it, but we see it happen all the time.
Right now a graphic. Bernie Sanders wins 56 to 44%. The delegates rewarded. Hillary Clinton 11, Bernie Sanders 7. Why does the Democratic Party even have voting booths?
No, why?
This system is so rigged.
Now, I live in a liberal college town, so naturally most young voters are in favor of Bernie Sanders. But also, I'm very active on the internet where a vast array of political opinions are regularly vocalized. And one thing I can't figure out is how the fuck Hillary Clinton is so popular in the polls. I don't know a single person who wants Hillary Clinton to be president. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I haven't heard of anyone, celebrities excluded, saying that they're gonna vote for her. And almost everyone I talk to seems to be having the same experience. So to me, it just seems a little odd that Hillary Clinton, the same Hillary Clinton who has been established in the political system for over 20 years, who is constantly under fire for some scandal, is so high up in the polls. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy here, but it sure as hell seems a little fishy. The thing is, conspiracy theorists aside, most people accept the idea that the government is corrupt. It's not even remotely far-fetched to make that statement considering the NSA scandal in recent years. American citizens, voters and non-voters alike, know our government is riddled with corruption, and yet they choose to remain willfully ignorant when it comes to the elections. When they excitedly run to the voting booths to vote for one of the only two political parties that have been in power for over 160 years, so that they can get their I voted sticker and tell all their peers how their vote helped to make a difference towards positive political change. Well, congratulations. You did it. You played ball. Good thing you didn't vote for a third-party candidate. That would have just been throwing away your vote, because you know there isn't a chance of a third-party candidate getting elected. So might as well vote for one of the big two. Even if you don't support the front runner of your party, you still have to vote, just so that the other candidate in the opposing party doesn't get elected. God forbid. And wow, honestly, I commend you. A big pat on the back to you for accepting the illusion of choice. You saw your two options, you heard their plans for big change, and you picked one. Our system is no longer a democracy. Vote or die.
It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
He's right. This is a two-party system.
Well, I believe I'll vote for a third-party candidate.
Go ahead. Throw your vote away.
Well, alright. Maybe it's possible to make a change in the system. It's a high tower, and if you vote for the right people into office during smaller local elections, perhaps you could rebuild that tower from the bottom up. It would take many election cycles, but one day the elections could consist of more than just two parties and more accurately reflect the interests of the American people. And maybe, just maybe, lucrative and powerful corporations won't have any control over the political system that allows them to prosper. But if you're voting just to vote, you're doing exactly what the system you're trying to change wants you to do, which is to feel like you, as a citizen, still have control over the people that govern you, that you still have the ability to make significant change without revolting or revolution, that by playing the game, you can beat it. But the government is a casino and you are the gambler. If the gamblers weren't allowed to win sometimes, they would stop placing bets. And at the end of the day, the casino always wins. Your vote isn't worth as much as their money. You could keep trying to win, or you could not play the game at all. So am I telling you not to vote? No. If you believe it'll make a difference, more power to you. But personally, I don't see how it will. The deciders decide that we drink soda, and your options are Pepsi and Coke. So hey, it doesn't matter who you vote for. Just vote. Because in the end, it doesn't matter who you vote for. If this video even remotely rings true to you, give it a vote thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you think that I'm an ignorant moron who likes to complain but does nothing to actually make a difference, post a really long comment in the comments section and then drink a glass of fluoride. To help fund future videos, please consider becoming a lobbyist and contribute to my Patreon, where even a donation as small as $1 a month will help keep this channel alive. Subscribe for more videos and stay tuned. Oh yeah, in case anyone is curious, I have a $50 bet that Hillary Clinton will win the presidency. Open your eyes, sheeple.